Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. We're gonna hopefully stay in the room, right? The value isn't here, so please try to switch off your phones and stay committed for the next 2 days. There's no silly questions. If you ask a question, if you're not sure, let's just not shame anybody in the room. I have been I started business at $0, and I went to 100,000, I went back to zero, and then I got to $1 million, I went back to 700. So there's no right or wrong. There is no shame for anybody. So let's be open and let's share so that we can all learn and grow together. Trust the process. We have studied these 2 days in a way that you're going to get everything we hopefully believe that you can get out of this. So trust the process and let us take you there. Don't compel yourself to anybody. If you got someone next to you that is doing more or less, doesn't matter. We can learn from anybody in business, and this is the beautiful thing about it. So don't compare, but just be inspired. And what happens in the room, stay in the room. We're going to remember also be of confidentiality. Me and the speakers, we're going to talk about our numbers in business. We're going to talk about mistakes. We're going to talk about real thing. So please just keep it in there, apart of social media, of course. Just joking. Okay, I think that this is all my housekeeping. My team is here. They flew from the Philippines. I've got 5 beautiful girls from the Philippines coming here to crew. Yes, give it up for my girls. Lina is running the show. We have been working so hard for the last 2 months for this event, so I'm super grateful for them to put this together and to deal with me and my anxiety coming through this event. But we're here and we did it. Okay, let's go. I'm ready to start. Okay, I've got some fun facts. This is one, which when I saw it, I was like, shut the front door, I can't believe this. There was been a study of 32.5 million firms around the world, and only 4% go for 1 million and over. Only 4% of 32 million firms reach the $1 million. So I just wanted to give it up to all of you. We already are in the 4% of the world. So give it up to yourself. Well done. So this is the thing that is so important. When I saw this, I was like, wow, this is literally what happened to my old business. I got a first business that I had was empowering events. I got it to the $1 million, and I thought, I made it. You know, when you'll be like, yeah, I got there. And for some reason, I wasn't looking at the profit. I was just looking at the number. I'm like, yay, I got to the $1 million business. And then my profit was like less than when I was 500,000. I'm like, what just happened? Why nobody told me that part? And so I wanted to remember that this is why. When we get what my coaches and all my studies and everything are done, what they tell us is that when you get to 1 million, there is 2 options. If we want to keep the business there, then we can. Oops, sorry. If we want to keep the business there, we can, right? We can keep the business at 1 million and stay steady, which means that you focus then on profit rather than on growth. But if you want the business to go from 1 million to go to the next, you have to go through the valley of death. And the valley of death means that you need to invest every single dollar of your profit back into the business. And some people don't survive that. And I was one of them. I didn't survive the valley of death. I kept investing on the business. I'm like, I'll be fine. It'll be good. Everything will be okay. And then COVID happened. And my business fell inside of the valley of death. Right? And so now, in hindsight, I look at it, I'm like, okay, now I see what I did. I went to the $1 million business, and I kept investing in the business, and I didn't change fast enough when COVID happened. You know that word, pivot? Yeah? I didn't pivot fast enough. And so I fall into the valley of death. So then what I needed to do, I needed to understand what's the next step. So thank goodness I didn't go completely in the bottom, I didn't go bankrupt. So what I did is that I readjust my business when I was about here, and then I went back here, of course, and then I rebuild another business at 1 million. And now, with my coaches, I'm working on like, okay, we got to 1 million, what do we do now? Are we gonna go to 5 million, which means I have to risk another valley of death? Or am I going to stay a little bit more safe? I'm going to make less risk, not grow the business, the team as fast. Right? So then you got to adjust your bit. You guys like this? This is so cool, right? And when I saw it, I was like, this is what I didn't know. Nobody told me about the valley of death. So now you guys know. Now, do we have to be scared of the valley of death? No. We just need to be aware of it. When we are aware of it, then we can adjust and we maybe have coaches and people around us that can help us and guide us so that we don't fall in the trap and we can actually move forward. So one of my coaches said to me something that I was like, oh, I really love that. Said, when you get to the 1 million, there is 2 things you need to do. You either now you focus on profit and you save and you find a way to cut costs, you find a way to make sure that now the business is as profitable as possible, maintaining that $1 million, or you accept that you take all the risk possible and you go all in and you invest, which means you hire team members, you put all your profit in it, you probably don't pay yourself, right? You do everything you can to reinvest in the growth of that business. And when you have these 2 options, then you don't doubt. When you have decided, okay, we are in growth mode, I know exactly that everything I need to do, it goes back into the business. I don't question. If they tell me you need to hire a person and it costs $80,000 a year, I'm like, yeah, that's fine because I'm in the growth mode. But if I'm in the steady mode, when I want to stay here, I'll think about it. I'm like, well, do I want to invest $80,000 that will take my profit, which is not aligned with the vision of where the business wants to go? Yes? So this really has helped me to be able to make better decisions for me to go with the business where I want to go. Cool. I wanted to share that a little bit. Now we're going to get a little bit of clarity around where you're at in the business. So in the next 2 days, we're going to talk about these topics. And so what we're going to give, my team is going to bring you a piece of paper that has got the business wheel and some little pens. I know this, we're going to go back like kids and we're going to play in this 1 second. This will be very good for you to see a picture of your business. My coaches get me to do this all the time. And when they get me to do this, every time my brain is telling me, this is silly, but when I do it, then it's very valuable. So please trust the process. I promise you, you'll like it. So we got like 0 in the middle, 10 is in the larger part. So we're going to go from 0 to 10. Where are you at in sales? What I mean by that is that, do you have a clear sales process? Do you have a pipeline? Do you have leads? Do you know exactly how the business is growing? So you go from 0 to 10 in each of those. I think they're quite self-explanatory, so we're going to put some music and give you a couple of minutes to do this. So music, maestro. Hello, hello. Okay. Good question. Where is marketing? Sales and marketing, I will put in the same thing, sales and marketing. Okay. Now, you guys look at your wheel. Some of you, I love it, how I can see like all the personality type already. Some of you are like making it perfect, the borders. Some of you are like, that, just done. Started perfect and then changed, right? It's good to see your own personality in these games and be like, oh, that's interesting. Some of you are still going, you're like, until it's done, I can't even look up. Some of you is like, done. It's good, like get to notice your personality. All right, now you're looking at the wheel and imagine that we are driving a bus, right? Business is B-U-S. It's a bus, right? You like that? Stop it. Boom, there you go. So we are driving our bus, and these are the wheels. How's it going? It's a bit bumpy? Yeah? A little bit bumpy. Normal, right? There's no right or wrong. It is what it is. So we want to now, in these 2 days, we would like to have a look on how we can sort of smooth every part of the wheel, so then maybe we have a little bit of a softer ride. It's not going to be perfect, because there's always going to be bump around the road. But if the bus has got good wheels, we can handle the road. And that's the goal of these 2 days. That's why I didn't put marketing alone, because we're not talking about marketing alone in these 2 days, because we're focusing more on the sales part. But for your own sake, make sure that sales and marketing go together. All right, now that you got that, and you got a little bit of awareness, have a look and make like a sign which one is the one that you need most focus, and make sure that you are in the room for that. Do not leave the room, because what happens is that usually our brain is like, oh, there is that part that I don't really like. Let's go out of the room. Yeah, this is the part that you probably need the most. So try to stay in the room for all these bits. Okay, let's go. Question that I got from Tony Robbins, one of the events, asked us, are you a business owner? And we were like all very proud. And he's like, okay, let me re-ask this. Are you a business owner or you're a business operator? Ooh, ouch. I was like, okay, maybe not really. And so this is where we want to go today and tomorrow. We want to show you how to get out of the day-to-day operation and how to create a business that works for us rather than us being stuck in it. Because the reason why there was 120 people registered for this event and they didn't come is because they're stuck in the business. They're definitely business operators. So I can see that reason that you're here is because you already are a business owner, which is fantastic. Is there a next level? I don't know, you tell me. We're going to work on this week to make it happen. So this is what I love that I created out of something that Tony Robbins created for himself. So I changed a little bit to make it sense for my brain. And there is 3 types of personalities in business. Now, obviously, we all have parts of all of them, but we will have one that's a little bit more natural, a little bit stronger for us. And there will be others that we have learned and we can do, but they might be a little bit more draining us. When we are doing that part of the business, we're like, I can do it, but after that, I need to go to bed. So there is the creator. The creator is the person that has got 2,000 ideas. Who's the creator? I can already see the creators there, right? Okay, you got ideas, it's fantastic, and let's be honest, you drive your team crazy. Yes? The ideas people are the most difficult one to work with. Why? Because you tell them, you know, if you work for them, they tell you something, and you're like, oh yes, and let's do these other 20 things. And your team is like, what do you want me to do first? You're like, all of them. Everything is urgent, right? For us, ideas people, everything is urgent. But it's important to be an ideal person. Boom. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for that. Why is it important to be an ideal person? Because a business cannot run without ideas. If you don't innovate fast enough, if you don't pivot fast enough, if you don't think fast enough, your business will die. I want to tell you something here. I actually never shared this before. I started to grow, the first business that I had was a marketing and business coaching business. We were doing national tours, we were doing a lot of things. And at one point, I hired a team member that became our business operation manager. And she was amazing. And one day, she sat me down. And I felt I was like in the school teacher chair. I'm like, yes? She goes, Francesca, you're burning out the whole team. I'm like, oh, am I? Sorry, I didn't mean to, but my ideas are good. She goes, yes, they're good, but there are too many. I'm like, okay, so what do you mean to do? Shut up, stop giving us ideas. I'm like, but all my ideas, like, I give it to you, and then you guys need to decide which one to do first. Like, but don't shut me down. This is a good part of the business. She's like, no, Francesca, you need to stop. You always push, you need to stop. And I was exhausted, I was burnt out, and I needed someone to tell me what to do in business. You know those times where you go, I've been choosing things for so long, I just need to listen to someone else. So I thought, you know, maybe she's right. Maybe I'm pushing the team too much. Okay. So I stopped coming out with ideas, and guess what? COVID happened. And the moment that I needed the most to be on my creative side, I was shut down. And I let everybody shut down. It wasn't nobody's fault, right? I chose to let that story be true, and I stopped coming up with ideas. So the moment that I needed to be in idea mode, I was, I don't know what to do now. And every idea that I come up with was like, it's going to take too much time for the business, for the team to do it. So maybe it's not good. Maybe I shouldn't do it. And I went in complete doubt, and I couldn't be the leader that I know I can be. And so I now, with my beautiful team, I said to them, I will give you ideas, and I'm never going to stop that, because that's the reason why the business is successful. All I need you to do is to park the ideas that are not urgent. So we have a parking lot in Google Drive. It's called parking lot. You park all my ideas there, and one at a time, every quarter, we choose the big ideas that needs to be implemented, and we let go the ones that are not. Boom! All right, love it. So that was a good thing for me to realize I don't have to change who I am. I don't have to change the creator part of me. That part of me is driving the business. All I need to do, I need to focus on my strength. The other day I was interviewed in a podcast, and Troy was telling me something really cool. He said, Francesca, I love this concept. This is really cool. I was watching this show, or I'm not sure what he was watching, and he said, no, don't quote me. This is my translation of his story, yeah? But he said to me, which was really cool, he said there was 2 football teams that were playing, and 3 years in a row, the Chinese team were winning against the American team. And the American coach was getting frustrated. And the 3rd year in a row, he went to the other coach and he said, how you guys are beating us every time? What are you doing with your team? How are you getting your team to improve every year? And he said, you know what I think is happening? He said, you are focusing on fixing your team weaknesses. I'm focusing on implementing and strengthening our strength. I was like, shut the front door. That's good. Don't boom. That was me like, boom. My brain was like, wow, this is exactly that. It's like, I don't need to change. I don't need to change. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm a creator. And it's like, thank you, Diane. I'm a creator, and it's okay. I need to surround myself with the other parts of the business that can help me and support me in the growth. So the other two parts of the business are business savvy. Oh, that's so important. Business savvy is the part of spreadsheets and numbers, and if you have an idea, you need to look at all the numbers and all the things and all the ideas before you can even move forward. I can't do that. My brain is like, I've got an idea, it will work, right? So I wanted to learn a little bit of that because I see that there is value in that, but it's not natural. If I spend a couple of hours on a spreadsheet, after that, I need to go for a walk. Please don't ask me to do a video after that because I will be dead, right? So it's like important to understand that. So business savvy is priceless for business. They focus on money, on numbers. I think, Natasha, you are like got that so well, and I admire people that can do that because I can't do that naturally. Like, it's not in me. Anybody's business savvy? Anybody got that? A few people? Yeah? Cool. And then we got the leader. So the business leader is the one that is great at managing people. You can literally like lead people, manage people. You are kind, but you're directing. You can do all of that, which is super, super important. And this is why I hire beautiful Lina to be this business manager, because she can do that. I can go to her with the 2,000 idea that I have, and she can put them into structure, give it to the team. Nobody's overwhelmed. Everybody's happy. Yes? So everybody is different, and it's fine for any business owner to be any of these, but you have to understand which one are you. Thank you so much for listening to this amazing podcast. Now, if you enjoyed this, you're definitely going to love my Facebook group where I've got over 11,000 people in it, and they're all business owners successful like you. It's called the Successful Entrepreneur Lounge, and in there I do classes every week, and I get to interview my clients, and I get to teach you all the things that I've done to get my business to 100K plus a month. So I look forward to have you in there. It's called the Successful Entrepreneur Lounge Facebook group in Facebook. I look forward to see you there. Ciao.